Good evening, everyone. This is the Select Board Water Commissioner meeting. I'll read the agenda for tonight's meeting, August 23rd, 2021. Under new business, Rick Piasmi's here from the Fire Department. Seth Catel's here from the Highway Department. We need to sign warrants, and we need to approve meeting minutes. And we need to set the 2021 tax rate, because we had to correct it on an error on the grand list. So we'll set the correct number tonight so she can get those tax bills out. Is there anything else that needs to go on?
I think we need to take a vote on which grants we want.
Chris, get some grant information for us tonight.
Well, I think we just need to decide on what we'd like her to pursue.
Okay. Okay, anything else? Is Nancy been able to reschedule that meeting?
I haven't heard of it.
Haven't heard.
I think there is one. I just posted it.
Is it her that canceled?
I don't think she did a whole Nancy back shop.
The planning, was that the meeting you guys were going to the planning commission?
I believe so. I believe planning, select board, and DOD.
It's tomorrow night at 6:30, planning here. Via
Let's see
Zoom.
what's on the agenda.
Connecting Sheldon Public Outreach Update, planned public meeting, Connecting Sheldon. Someone's coming, John Kaplan, the pedestrian corridor for V-Trans, and that's it.
Okay, I think that's the regular, because she says they have a meeting coming up on that sidewalk stuff. But anyways, I guess we'll wait to hear from her. Alright, so I guess that's it. So, we'll get started with you, Rick.
Okay.
What you got for good news for us?
Well, I don't know if it's good news or not. So I wanted to touch base in reference to the latest, or the bill, or the hydrant repair on the Missisquoi River, or the Missisquoi River water line. So that money for the hydrant repair came out of our budget, of $5,000 or thereabouts. But I wanted to bring it up and remind this board in the town that hydrant system was given to the town of Sheldon from the Missisquoi Mill. And if we're in it all, it feeds the sprinkler system in the fire station, and it feeds the sprinkler system in Amcare. And I don't know what's going to happen with Jolly, if they're going to be required to do that or not. But at any rate, if we're going to be expected to pay for that out of our budget, because we have more hydrants that need to be replaced, then we need to come to the table with more money.
See, when that bill came in, we knew, we talked about it, and they were doing some work. There was a break down there, and the hydrant was iffy. So we talked to Hubert and Seth about it and said, while you're right there, fix the hydrant. When the bill came in, we didn't know where to put it, and so we stuck it in the fire department. And so we realized that isn't anything you guys planned for, but we didn't know, where to put that. And so we stuck it in, and I guess we'll just do a separate line item maybe for hydrants and hydrant maintenance, because you're gonna have some maintenance on some of those dry hydrants.
Dry hydrants, yeah. Well, I mean,
As well.
Yeah.
And so yeah,
I think
we didn't mean to throw a surprise onto you on that, but we weren't sure where to put it. And
well, I just appreciate a heads up next time. But yeah, that's whatever. Water under the bridge. But we do need to come up with a plan or something for the future for that. Those lines or those hydrants.
Yeah, we spoke about that. That maybe we need to get a separate line item in there to cover all that kind of stuff, because there is one more hydrant heading up there on Mill Street too, that it looks like it's about half sunken in the ground there. It doesn't stick up very high, does it?
Yeah, it's right across the post office.
I don't know, have you ever tried that one? See
Yeah,
how it
yeah.
works? It
Well,
works.
usually when you have a problem is after we've used the hydrant,
Yeah.
unfortunately. the way it is.
So, because there's the one on the other side of 105 that got changed.
Yep. A
And
few
then
years ago.
there's the one by the church that just got changed, and then the only other one is that one halfway up Mill Street?
Well, yeah, because
It's all
the
that.
mill's been taking a few here and there out. But there's also, there's more on the fire station side of Shawville Road too.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought
Is it
that
on
was-
Shawville down towards the mill?
You know, they just took another one out of there, so, out of their general area. I'll have to get back and look again what's there. But, I mean, it's in our best interest to keep them, to keep
Yeah,
the hydrants and
oh,
keep them,
definitely.
most of them, I mean, obviously.
And that's why when they said, you know, that probably needs replacing, we, you know,
Yeah.
we said, yeah, fix it.
Well, the other positive note is we applied for some grants that we may be able to get some reimbursement for those hydrants, so. Obviously, it doesn't cost us, doesn't cost you, whatever, I mean, however we wanna work that out. So we
Yeah.
applied for them. It's supposedly favorable through the dry hydrant program, which kinda seems kinda funny, but,
Yeah,
yeah, we can, because it's not considered a municipal water system, yet it's utilized as one to some extent for fire and
yeah.
sprinkler systems, so.
Yeah, you set for dry hydrants, or you still got a few more on your wish list?
Problem is finding an area for them, where we can put them.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's not, you know, we have one down on the King Road, which is actually really surprising we could draft that high. But
that's it.
we haven't tried it since the water was really, really low. so,
Yeah,
But,
Might be sucking a little air on that one now.
yeah.
no, we've been doing okay.
Good.
So, I mean, is the thought process that the hydrants would come under the fire department? In the
I think
future?
so. That was kind of what we were thinking, it would be, I mean,
Well,
you guys use them, the highway department. doesn't.
right, but what about protecting a private structure, i.e. the M-Care building? Because that's what's feeding that, is that line. And then potentially the Jolly building, I say potentially because I don't know if they're going to be required to have a sprinkler system in there. And obviously our fire station has the same water line for the sprinkler system because the municipal water system, i.e. the town of Sheldon water, doesn't have the capability of feeding the
Right.
sprinkler system.
Yeah. Yeah, I know we had some discussions with Walter when he was putting that building up in the planning stage there. And because the municipal water doesn't have enough capacity to put a sprinkler in there. And so
Was there actual paperwork?
I don't know, Hubert knows about the whole
Yeah.
transition, you mean
Yeah.
the transfer of the, my understanding is anything from, what the heck was it? I'm not, it used to be from the tracks, from the railroad tracks to the end was Sheldon, the town's responsibility. But then the mill gave everything up except for what's right on their property, and so you'd have to talk to Hubert. It had nothing to do with us.
didn't the mill pay for the
Yeah.
repair and the water?
They did.
We only paid for that.
Yeah, because it was Mills water, it wasn't really town water.
The mill paid for,
The repair, because there was a leak
Yeah.
there, that's what got them digging.
Up
And then
above.
we ended up replacing that hydrant, because they were already there digging, we said, well, we might as well put a new hydrant in, but, yeah, well, I'll have to talk to Hubert about that, and see if there's paperwork. Because as long as the mill's in business, they're gonna keep maintaining the pump and stuff down there, right?
right,
Do they use that for anything else?
that's a tie right to their fire system, so anything happens at the mill, it's automatically on. They got multiple pumps there, and years ago when we building the fire station back in '09, '10, we talked about, you know, in the event that the mill doesn't exist tomorrow, that it's be in the best interest of the town, fire department, whatever, to take over the pump system, which is that separate building by the moat behind the mill. Because it's just a diesel operated pump, and when there's low water pressure in the line, it automatically kicks on, and, I mean, that be a good investment for the town to do if something ever happened to the
Yeah.
long story.
Okay. So did we mess with your budget by putting that in there, or?
Well, we'll probably be over budget, but we're trying to figure out if we can,
We have a justifiable reason to the taxpayers of why we're over budget. It's not like, you know.
No, I know. I know, you know, we try to
Yeah.
not spend more than what we have, and if we can, most catastrophe strikes, so. Yeah.
How's that new truck going?
Good, good. Not quite as new as it was. We had a minor issue or minor injury to it. But anyway, we're getting that taken care of.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's better to rip the Band-Aid off and just get it over with.
Yeah, I know. It just barely happened within the past couple of weeks, so it's okay. No, it's been great.
Do you know, Rick, was it you or is it Seth? And now you're both here. There's some blue markings on the Sweet Hollow. Is that water line that's coming through? Or is that something different? Like, it looks like arrows, like representing like where a water line would be. And I don't know if that was that.
Do you know where the water line is on Sweet Hollow?
Right by the Reynolds place?
Yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Did you have anything?
I don't know why they aren't, well,
Village,
they're
Village is one.
Yeah, Swan is,
Okay. I was like, I know we had discussions on that water line, but I was like, I didn't know if, and I was like, the two people that would know are in the room, so I'm gonna ask the question, so.
Well, speaking of that water line, Brian Rowell's farm there, they had several breaks before his farm and then right after his farm and before the last hydrant. So they're basically gonna take that last hydrant, give us unrestricted access to it, move it to the farm and fix the leak behind it. So we're gonna have that hydrant at the farm, basically. And we'll use it whenever we need to use it, you know. So there's been more breaks in it, but I bring it up because the town of Swanton asked the farmers to take it over, but they also said that the town of Sheldon was gonna take it over, or this is in discussion of taking it over, that water line.
Yeah, the last
So
time,
that's gonna end right there?
It'll end at the farm.
are they still letting it flow out like they were before?
I think they're gonna hook on, well, they're gonna hook on to it and use most of, or use a portion of it, so it won't be leaking anywhere, other than where they need it.
Do you know that water line will no longer run to Swan?
No,
Hasn't.
it hasn't for years.
Keeps getting shorter all the time.
Yeah,
I think it's in the beaver pond.
what's that?
I think it's in that beaver pond behind Yields,
4 years.
Yield Road.
Well, I think that's where it drained into, yeah. Or not anymore though, I don't think.
Because that was getting bigger.
14-inch wide.
So I know that line, that water line we talk about is exposed in the brook off of Sweet Hollow Road over there. You see it. It hasn't frozen yet, but it's because they, in the middle of winter, because they keep it running enough. But if it breaks there, then that'll be the end of that.
Yeah.
Either that or we put one right there on Sweet Hollow Road at the rail trail crossing, put a hydrant there and kill the rest of it. So let me know if you want to have an additional discussion around hydrant, what do we want to do, or, you know, I know it's early yet, but we'll be talking about budget here soon
Yeah, yeah,
and how to plan accordingly for that.
yeah. Yeah, we'll probably, probably when we do budget stuff, you'll have to stick another line in your budget there for, hydrant maintenance and repair. I mean, that's basically what it's gonna be, if you have dry hydrants that need work, or, or regular hydrants that need work, we need to keep those systems going for you, because
We
you're
do.
not gonna be able to do anything without water, so.
Then my second question is, do we need to, and the town of Sheldon's different than the fire department, do we need to be concerned about liability? I.e. liability where the sprinkler system's not working and one or two or whatever buildings in the town of Sheldon that are sprinklered by that or come under fire.
Yeah.
Do we need to worry about that?
We're gonna
So
check
that's-
to see if West Rock actually gave it to us, because I don't remember any paperwork on it.
Okay,
It's probably the typical, here it's yours.
here, yeah, here.
But if we don't have paperwork on it, it's not ours.
Right, but yeah.
So, yeah, that'll be something to look into, to figure that out. Building in good shape down there?
Yeah,
It's
we
working good?
Yeah, we talk about doing some, internal maintenance, but nobody really themselves want to do some painting or whatever.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah, everything's fine. Anything else you guys want to talk about, bring up, or question?
No? I think we're good.
I do got one thing I brought up in years past, and I know, these past couple of years things have been messed up. If we can, with pavement in the back, if we can extend that a little bit, the parking, because we have people, you can't park like towards the front, towards the building, and then park in the back side of the parking lot with full-size vehicle and expect one to back out without coming really close to hitting the other one, because it is pretty narrow.
Yeah.
I don't know if we could do something with that when there's money for paving and or redo the front parking, the apron there in the front, because it is dropping. I think we're a couple inches down from the building. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put that on our list for. Yeah. We spent all our money for this year.
Yeah, I would think.
For next year, yeah, I'll look into that. That, would it be worth making that parking lot a little bigger and just putting some stone in for now? I mean, so
We
you
could do that. I mean,
back.
You're close to the bank there, I think we need to, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there can be more work down there. I mean, I don't know what the requirement normally is, or should be, for a parking lot, but.
Everybody's supposed to drive those little compact cars,
Yeah.
so they can fit more in. Yeah, we can look at that and put that on the list.
Well, the town did add stone there a couple of years ago to make that a little bit better. But drainage actually around the building is an issue. So where those little manholes are that divert water off the driveway, they go down and it exits. The exit's too high. It's in the driveway of that dirt road that goes to the back building that used to be the fire station there. So trucks hit it or whatever, crush that pipe because it's right there. We need to figure out a way to actually dig that down deeper and run it to the road, I guess, from the back parking lot to
Okay.
the drainage system. That's something that should be done for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see if we can get you straightened out there.
Okay.
Something with it.
Got enough for you guys this time, so you're all set.
Yep. Something good.
All right.
Thank you, Rick, appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Take care.
What's new, son?
No, not too much. Hauling sand on these warm days.
AC working in the truck?
Yeah, very good.
That's good. Which trucks you using?
Both of the big ones.
How they running?
Good, great. Can't complain.
Half haul, quarter haul, 3/4?
14 years.
No, but like how many, like half the amount we wanna haul?
Like, say half. I haven't really got it up yardage yet, but
Yeah.
by looking at the piles, probably half. Luckily, because of course last winter we didn't use as much as following years, so
How's the backhoe doing?
good.
So that guy come back?
Yeah. He didn't really, he kinda was a young guy, he kinda wanted to almost look at another one, another 410, just to compare, see if there was play in that shaft or not. And, I guess for starters, they were gonna order like a yoke that the, drive shaft universal goes into. It was relatively cheap, so it's on order, and your columns, when they set up another appointment come up, should be like within a week or so. I've got that sign down on Woods Hill Road, hopefully taken care of toward the end of this week, finally. Had to jump through some hoops to figure out where to get stuff for it, and so I figured, seeing as how it uses like $25 to $30 a month for power, I think we'll go solar with it, seeing as how the guy's insurance is gonna pay for it anyway. We're gonna go solar, and that power bill, and it's gonna power a few batteries. And I talked to the guy today, and he's pretty confident that they last like 4 years. You know, change batteries every 4 or 5 years. He's got the parts ordered. Luckily, the post was the only thing salvageable, because he couldn't even get that. Like everything else, parts are hard to come by, and he was lucky to get that. I finally found this guy. He does a lot of work for like Swan and St. Albans, and he knows what he's talking about. Otherwise, you just can't order parts offline for it without going through. It's got to go through engineering, and just got to jump through some hoops before getting contacts. But the base is still good, so hopefully within a week or so, we'll have that back and running.
Yeah. Yeah, so I was driving by that and I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, that's missing. I'm like, then I look to the other side, I'm like, okay, well, at least there's a stop sign. I'm like, that's like,
Jim went down that Saturday morning and put a new stop sign across there. Then we went down, trimmed those willow trees back, and added another stop head sign and another stop sign on the right hand side where it's supposed to be. Then I put a danger slow sign going up on the other side of the road. And I noticed it does kind of work, because people have hit their brakes in front of me and stuff, and we go through there, so hope for the best.
Must be people use that flashing light,
Yeah.
because we had some complaints there, because it wasn't,
Was
water
it?
was
Yeah.
going.
Oh yeah,
People.
everyone's been talking about it, and I know it was working. Like a week before it happened, I was down there and I checked it out and make sure it was all cool.
still censoring.
Yeah, it was working good.
What does one of those like flashing lights, if you wanted to put one at the end of Woods Hill, before they fly onto 105, what does one of those cost? Like, I know right now, just out of curiosity.
Yeah, the guy said it's pretty expensive.
I mean, that one's a little bit different because it's got
Yeah.
sensors and everything
Yeah.
like that, but like,
Oh, just like a
Just
constant
that's
flash.
constant, I mean, I don't know if we can even put one there, but just, I know we always have that spot where cars don't realize that it's not the same. Not that that would stop them, but I don't know if that would,
That sign gets hit a lot.
and that sign also gets hit a lot too.
Yeah. So that's that.
That would be something to, that Bethany area.
Yeah, back roads, because that was a grant. That's probably eight or 9 years old.
But if
That was-
we had questions on that intersection there, it'd be,
So my next meeting I have
She
with her,
would be,
ask her about it, or I can type
yeah,
talk
she'd
about
be
it.
the one to contact that, and they
Yeah.
go down,
Yeah, you-
traffic studies and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I email her once in a while, and she had some interns coming around through town here and putting up the meters that count the cars,
Yeah.
count current. So I stopped him one day and asked him if he could put one up on like Duffy Hill and the end of Cattell Road, just to see what the count was. It was like, he told me it was like, he put one on Fairfield side, and he said it was like 235 cars a day or something. So I kind of wanted to see what it was on our side before St. Pierre Road, and just maybe in the future get some greater money for paving up to there or something. They haven't got back to me yet.
road stays pretty washboardy up to there on Duffy Hill.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I was thinking about grading it again before school started, but the ground's been so hard, I don't know if I can touch it or not.
Yeah.
Maybe after it rains for a few days or something, but hasn't happened, so. It's definitely not as bad as Fairfield's, I know.
You got the, have you had that sander looked at for the 1 ton yet?
Not yet. The sander and the connectors on the
Yeah,
plow.
where-
I'm gonna have, if I find the right person, I'm gonna have them go through it and do both front and back.
I wouldn't see why if it came from Iroquois, why we're gonna get it back to them. You know, I know it's an obsolete one, but they still
Yeah.
should have parts or something to be
Yeah.
able to
Yeah,
help us out with it, or
Yeah.
just lead us in the right direction.
yeah, I'll look into it.
'Cause I know Enosburg just got one that's a little bit newer model, but same idea of what we have.
Yeah,
I saw that when I was driving through one day, I was like, ooh, look at that snazzy thing, that's fancy.
a tailgate spreader.
Yeah, it's that same exact one we have, but it's like a stainless looking one almost.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh,
Yeah,
it's a nice one.
yeah, because I mean, we just put new, 2 new motors on that for the gear, for the auger and for the spinner. So really, they don't have any hours on them, really.
Yeah.
It's just all those wire connections, they've been unplugged and plugged so many times that they're all loose and they need to be cut off and uprooted.
Yeah, even if you had to get a whole new harness for that or something.
Yeah,
Like you said, probably just needs plug-ins or both sides.
yeah,
Somebody's good with wire and they can solder those on connections. Put some watertight seals on.
Yeah.
Should be good.
probably some new tires and it'll be good to go for the winter. So, I'm not sure what the budget was on that, but it might be a little over.
Not the year.
Well,
Not the year.
I don't think he's used much though in his, or anything. I don't think he was looking bad. I don't remember what we had for him.
Okay, the budget doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have somebody that's gonna paint the lines on these new roads?
Yeah, I called the state guy in St. Albans and I contacted them last year and they were right on that. They said within the month. And this year, the guy said the same thing. I haven't seen him yet.
Oh, so you talked.
Yeah,
Someone said there was a shortage on that paint.
yeah. It's really not that great paint either. It'll be gone by January.
Yeah.
Environment friendly. But, last year I caught him at the right time and he kinda already went through and did a bunch of,
Yeah, they came down through one of them.
Yeah.
One corner there. Well, was
so
it?
yeah, it'd be nice if they did.
Coming.
We budgeted 2,500. I don't know what you've used of it, but that's what we budgeted.
Okay, yeah, it shouldn't be much more than that then. If,
Yeah, you might as well get it ready for winter.
I hate to say it's gonna be here before we know it, but.
yeah.
Alright.
Anything else you guys need to me for this? I mean, we're thinking about digging a culvert tomorrow on the Sheldon Road. And the spot's getting bad. So I thought we could, been putting off this, but it needs to be, down by Magnon's where the rock went
All
through it. Patch held for a while, but it's been too much truck traffic on it or something. So we were gonna just dig up to the hole and cut it it's in pretty decent shape right there. I don't want to saw cut the whole, move the road up. It's like 10, 12 feet maybe.
Your extra shoulder down on McEnany's corner seems like it's really holding up.
Yeah.
Widening the road a little bit right there.
Yeah. We were gonna go through and do some shouldering too. Down East Sheldon Road needs it. Once we get done Sierra Holland, we were gonna do that in September. There's a few other spots here and there. Could use some ditching too while it's nice and dry out.
Yeah.
It's up to you, I guess. We can just try it with a backhoe or run an excavator for a week this fall. Or have Todd come back for a few days. I mean, kind of toss up. He doesn't charge much, and by the time you run an excavator and have it moved up here, it's just Jim and I.
Yeah, that's
So
the
it's
thing
like-
when you get Todd to come in, he's.
Just then we have two
got a guy
truck
in the
drivers.
seat there,
Yeah.
so.
I have a few spots picked out.
Yeah, if you have that all lined up, we'll see, we'll know what we're looking like more as time transpires here.
Yeah.
Alright. Anything else?
Jim was asking about our food allowance. Is that possible sometime?
Did you, talk
What
to
is it?
him about the day off there?
Yeah, we were supposed to work that day.
Oh, you were?
It was on my head.
That wasn't one of your scheduled days?
Battle of Bennington.
Oh,
It's just the office day.
Yeah. Well, I called up talked to Kim for a minute there, and I said, well, they're not there today.
thought he missed all of it.
Yeah, I thought we were working on overtime for a minute.
What is the boot allowance? We'll have to make a decision on what that amount will be this year.
Was it 150 last year?
It's, you guys said it yearly.
I think we put it in we put it in the handbook. We set it in
I think
there.
it was like 125.
Probably handle it.
I think that's how we do, I think we just set it in the handbook.
Jim's tread's getting slim there, he needs some carbons.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I think we had it in the handbook, whatever it is in the handbook. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the
We have a number
one.
of that, remember?
I think we had a class.
Okay.
I think we did.
I can pull it.
I should know.
Yeah, you should do
No,
it.
Price of food's probably gone up like anything else.
You think we could extend the 4-day work week for a little while, Scott's Labor Day? Well, the weather's hot and
Yeah.
it seems like we get more done on 10 hours.
Especially if you're gonna try to do some ditching and things like that, I would.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't have a problem.
I don't have a
with
problem with that, no.
Especially if you think it's more efficient and, yeah, you know, and yet the reason 5-day was for, you know, snow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And if there's something comes up, you'll get called in anyways, you know,
Yeah.
tree down or whatever, you'll
Yeah.
come in, but.
Had a big tree down Bouchard Road Sunday morning, right across the road. Norm
Down by the
called.
river there.
Yeah, just before the rail trail, Norm called and we came down half hour later probably. Just getting the kids over to my parents. David had it all mostly cleared out of the way by the time we got there.
Norm, flag me down.
So you're a town person, you need to come in and clean this up. I would have thought he left it there, keep the cars from going through. But of course, the ones that went down through have to get turned around and come back, so.
Yeah, we cleaned that quick.
We didn't see a single car when we were down there for an hour and a half. But it's kind of weird because the wind wasn't blowing either. I was expecting something out of this next storm, but
One of those big willow trees next to the river.
Oak.
oh,
Yeah, we lost the beech earlier and then an oak, and then there's a basswood. It's just right on the, it'd be the northern side,
Very good lumber in there. or
eastern
was it
side of
twisted?
the bridge.
Very good lumber in that one, or was it twisted?
I think Norman took the, it was good. No,
yeah, full of acorns.
it's just gonna be
The
good.
road is covered with them. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was a pain in the butt trying to walk. I mean, the acorns were,
It's like walking on marbles.
Yeah. Yeah.
I see Jeff's done another round of mowing around.
Yeah, he asked me about that. He said that grass was, he started too early this year, he said, so.
Yeah,
he needed
it was
to go
pretty,
to the rail.
yeah, it was kind of getting ready looking. Looks a lot better now.
Yeah,
We're gonna
Is
go.
he doing them all or just some?
just,
He was up on Crow Hill today, he turned into the Sheldon Road around through here, Central Street.
Yeah, Swan did their end again.
Yeah, I think he did the west end last week.
they stopped at the house one morning, I don't know if it was okay. I think it needs it. Because he always comes down and mows the corner there, so
Yeah.
you can see coming off the cane
Yeah.
road there. So he stopped at the house, chatted for a minute. Find it?
Yeah, I was found, I guess.
Between 1 and 16, somewhere in there. Pages.
Little house. The select board's discretion.
Oh, I thought you said it. Well, I lost my shit on that one.
Inflation.
So we need to set that, is that?
Yeah.
What do you think? I think last year was 125.
I think so. I think it was.
So. Boob's gone up, price.
I wasn't prepared for the boot price conversation. Use your best judgment, boys.
is there any uniform requirements as far as, of course, they gotta be steel toed, but are they leather to a certain height, or just go get whatever boots you want, kind of deal?
Whatever they want.
Yeah, so they don't, I don't think they had any requirements on that.
You gotta wear steel toe?
Yeah, I mean, Jim's logger was every day of the week. Even though how hot it is out, I can't stand that, but I get the 6-inch one steel toe.
I guess as long as you know, you gotta know the safety rules, you gotta have steel toe. But I don't think you have to. Is there a requirement? I don't think there's a requirement for high leather boots. I mean, it's not like they're lining or something.
No.
So. No, I guess that's at your discretion, what you want. What do you?
I'm fine with keeping it the same as last year.
Sure.
That's 125.
I think so. Or you can double check whatever it was last year, do the same.
Okay. That's what we'll go with then. Haven't heard of anybody looking for work.
No. No.
Well, I'll keep looking.
Yeah.
I'll find you somebody.
Be kind of nice just to have kind of even like a part-time guy that would, an old fella or something that doesn't need to hang out all day, you know?
Yeah.
Jim and I can handle the mechanic part and the maintenance and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be nice to have somebody that comfortable in the truck, jump in and plow.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, anything else? Alright, we're gonna keep moving on meeting then. Oh, what do we got here? Some good deals. Sign. You got dinner tires for that new truck?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, very tires.
Alright, I'm gonna read the meeting minutes from August 9th, 2021. I opened the meeting at 7:40. In attendance was Stephen Dodds, Seth Hungerford, Joe Dunlawby, Nick Norris, David Kluger, as well as Nancy West. Nancy came in and mentioned to the board that she had met with Nancy Patch as well as David Kluger from the board, and Nancy Patch had some exciting news to share with the board, and she wants to have a special meeting at the Sheldon School with the select board as well as the planning board for a presentation. The board agreed to meet at Sheldon School for Tuesday the 17th at 7:30. That has now been rescheduled, I guess, for a later date. Nancy also wanted to ask about crosswalks to be painted for Birch Street and Main Street, and was hoping she could get it this season due to upcoming events at the Historical Society, and was hoping for an update. I read the meeting minutes from July 26th. David made a motion to accept the minutes as read and seconded by Seth, and all in favor. Seth motion to set the tax rate at .045, seconded by Nick, and all in favor. Seth made a motion to go into executive session at 8:20, seconded by Joe, and all in favor. At 8:45, Seth made a motion to exit executive session, seconded by Nick, and all in favor. And we're discussing that. It was, over employment applications. And no decision was made at all, so that's why we didn't have anything written here, I guess. And then Seth motion to adjourn at 8:45, seconded by Nick, all in favor. Motion to accept these minutes as read.
I'll make a motion.
Second on that,
I'll second it.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Did you guys see the response from Mr. Longman?
Yeah, I sent an article and then it was like town-wide, right? There's several towns on the email response.
Yeah. They know.
No nonsense, we're gonna start taking it a little heavier, not speeding down. Try to slow some people down a little.
monthly payment one. I called to see if we could only pay half this month, half next month. So only the half of the payment bill got paid.
So they were okay with that?
Yes.
That's nice of them. You have paper for the tax rate?
Here's a folder on there.
Franklin tax rate for that.
Did you? You're gonna get your shovel one too.
I looked at it, didn't think So this is the corrected one?
No, it's the one I hand,
The hand.
one, yeah.
Okay. And this went down 100,000.
Part of it was current use, and one was that test parcel that had activated.
Off the ground, so.
Yeah. So 500,000 was that test parcel, and the difference must be the current use.
You're paying as much revenue, so people got that.
It was a farm that was sold, only portion of it was sold, so she had to refigure the current use only on the new value for the owner.
So the municipal rate for the new Grand West would be 0.3963. So we were looking at a 0.3943 before the corrections, and now 3963.
Mm-hmm.
So two 100 to that. So local agreement change. Now what's this?
Those are our non-ed and residential rates, I think it's the total. When you add the municipal,
Oh, the total for this
Yeah.
and the, okay,
that's what our total is, total tax.
okay, yeah. That makes sense.
And what the, 0.0018 is for the
Local agreement.
local agreement.
0.019. Look at that. You can compare it to last, or what we had thought would go over in last year's on that second change it too much for me. Who's this? That you replied to, this Matt Stanley.
They asked for a records request for our invoices for George Sansucci and Robert Fletcher.
So he works for,
He worked for our
okay, that's what I couldn't figure out yet. He's got his name, but vice president, general manager, but it's for, so they were looking for invoices on that.
He hasn't replied back yet. As to that letter.
Okay. Looking for an extension for filing already.
Yes.
Drag it out some more. 30-day extension. Do you want to start printing those tax bills?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? So we need to
In the mail.
approve this tonight.
Everyone's calling.
You're not gonna let us change it, huh?
Yeah, legally, yeah. Can't raise more money than what we budgeted for.
Alright, I'll make a motion to accept this.
All right, take that motion, and have a second.
Yep, I'll second that.
All right, all in favor of the tax rate at, .3963 and the local agreement at .018. All in favor of that?
Aye.
Opposed? There, there's your rate, Kim. Now you can print some bills tomorrow.
People will not think they're forgotten.
But that rate's still
It's less than last year's.
lower than last year's. Last year was .4150, so we're still.
Education rate went up from last year.
Education didn't go as high as I thought it was going
6
to.
cents, I think it's at 6.
It's up, but I thought it was gonna be even higher than that. Alright, that looks good. Just need to finish signing. What do you got for grant stuff for us, huh?
I just wanted to get the approval to adopt Christie letter for Sue. She'd recommended the Home Depot grant, which it comes in the form of gift cards for tools and necessities. That one's more for Sheldon School to kind of peck away at the list of things that they want to do.
But should
And
the
those-
Sheldon school be on ours? That's a question.
What?
The Sheldon school shouldn't be on the town municipal part.
Because they're upgrading the municipal.
The stuff out on the other side of the road.
But it's
is
the town, then it's ours, not the school's. Correct?
Right, the
Okay.
school sent us the list, that's what I'm referring to.
Okay, but the gift cards wouldn't be for the school to use, it'd be for the town to use to upgrade
Correct.
our.
It would be for the town to use to upgrade the school.
Right. It's not, it's the
So,
rec
It's,
fields.
it's the rec field
Correct.
that at the
Okay,
school.
you
That at
just
the
have
school.
to-
According to the list that they gave
But you
us.
just have to be,
yeah,
how we're
make
doing
sure
it
it's
for
for the rec
municipal,
field.
not school.
Right.
So,
The school uses the rec fields that are right there.
Correct.
Yeah.
I
But the
think that's
town.
the town's.
Alright, so it is the town stuff. The other one was a larger one that I referred to Sue for the basketball court to get that resurfaced or.
How much was the Home Depot one again?
I'm sorry?
How much was the Home Depot one?
That one's up to $5,000, I believe. That one comes in the form of gift cards, that has to be used within 6 months of receipt. So that would be project time.
What is the percent match?
That one didn't list any percent match. It was for 501c3 organizations and public administrative entities, which will be fall under.
We have to budget your match. We can budget it into our budget for a new grant.
Have we used any of the, was it 3,000 that we have budgeted for this stuff? Because that was what we had discussed,
We've used some.
we discussed using that amount for grant matching purposes. Just need to know how much we have available.
I know the Little League comes out of it, doesn't it? Is that
Yeah,
part of
they
it?
They have their own line item.
Yeah, I thought they were
But it's
they were
in
part of
the-
donations, okay?
Is it in our rec part or is it, I don't know. We have to look at it. And mowing, I think, comes out of that too, doesn't it? So the mowing come off the rec.
Rec, park and rec. Mowing, maintenance, Little League, and parks and rec miscellaneous. Is that Little League has their own item. Mowing has their own.
But it's
Maintenance.
all in the rec.
But it's all in the rec.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec mowing, Parks and Rec rink mowing, Parks and Rec maintenance, Little League donation, Parks and Rec miscellaneous.
And I think we pay Portal field taxes out of there too, I think, from out of the rec department.
Is one of the tandems leaking antifreeze when you're plowing?
It was a new truck. It was boiling it out when it got hot. So I had him I asked him if there's a way to turn up the thermostat or something so the fan would kick on sooner. Or so they didn't really.
Is that the newest of the truck?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put 3 gallons of antifreeze freezing at. But it wasn't using it, it definitely, it blew out of the reservoir. So they pressure tested it and blah blah blah, but they didn't really come up with anything, the answer. I mean, it was going up the hills, Crow Hill and Duffy Hill. It'd make the engine light come on, but you could smell it, you know,
Not good.
yeah.
I called on that bill too, and they wouldn't give us credit for the $500.
Yeah.
Because the problem wasn't occurring where it went. I thought that was nice. So the next time it occurs, drive the right straight there.
Yeah.
So the taxes come out of that, but how come there's not different line items for that?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure we pay Portals tax
Yeah.
out of
Out of
that
that.
field.
And it comes out of which one, do you know?
I don't know, but it probably should be a separate line item.
Was expenditures last year, and
Did you have like $1,500? I don't know if it shows it.
No, it's a little bit.
Did you get to read any of this bill set to see what they want you to do? They want you to write down pretty much when it occurs,
That one.
what side it's occurring on, what lights are coming on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, where it went. And we only used, we were over there last year. We were under there. I'm guessing it's gonna be coming out of that. I think there's money.
Well, I mean, worst case scenario is like, have a conversation with her and find out more about the price matching, what we're looking at.
Right, and then it's just.
If there's none, we can move forward on that.
I mean, we've had money left over.
Yeah.
We've had about $4,000, roughly, left over in the past, but I don't know where we're at now, but I think there should be money still in there.
That doesn't carry, those numbers in here, that doesn't carry to the next year.
No, I know.
Okay.
No, I know, I'm saying,
Yeah,
looking at like what we spent last year to what, you know, I know some of the numbers are a little more, a little less than that, but
but yeah, you just put it in the budget next year, when we're making the budget, make sure we add any matches.
however, see what it is, and, you know, next meeting we can look at the budget where we're at and see, look at that spot exactly, and we'll know.
Because it would be a next year grant, right? That's what we would be thinking.
Don't know. Some of them were checked back in November, some of them are rolling until December, starting now. I mean, there's different dates and all. That's what the open communication was gonna find out.
See what the match is, that's a, see what the match is, and
Which for the paving, the one down there or the one up here?
The
No,
school,
no.
the school is the bigger project that because that's the one that has a crack across it and grass growing up through it. I think it's been the same one since I was there, over 20 years ago, so.
we first were talking about pursuing the Home Depot ones.
The Home Depot one is for the list that the school
Yeah.
provided us on that side.
Yeah.
And obviously that wouldn't cover everything on that list, but
Good chair.
alright, anything else?
Hmm? I don't know anything.
David, you all set? Alright, I'll take a motion to adjourn for tonight then.
make a motion.
Alright,
I'll second it.
favor?